Hi, my name is Fernando Prestamon of the Shanghai Torpedoes.
The underscore Brucey here.
Tickle of the LA Lake Spirits.
Ben Schluter of the Chicago Cub Chews.
And of the Chicago.
He has a mustache!
I have a mustache!
Alright,
So we got some power rankings here. Week 4 power rankings.
Week 4 power rankings.
Starting off in the 16th position, we have Michael Burke.
Alright, so Mike Burks.
Yeah, Mike shit the bed.
He's needed a little bit of help. It's been a rough start.
Yeah, I really want to see Mike succeed, but he's been throwing at every chance he's got so far.
Basically, he had the victory against me. If he just would have had Waterfall instead of Earthquake on the for Alligator, he would have won.
Yes.
No.
Every match it's come down to. I feel like he is yet to really. His match against Ben was the closest he's come to it, but he's yet to really bring a good team. Like all the teams he's had so far have been like fairly flawed and mostly or usually more than a couple ways. Couple that with just his bad playing, no foresight. He hasn't been planning for the end game, and he has not been able to keep a cool head. Every loss is just like send him further into the tilt.
Yeah, he's been tilting hard. He needs to reach out for someone for stabilization, I say.
Yes. I think the weirdest thing is that prep-wise, he has a Volbeat together with both an Necrozma, Magearna, and a Deoxys speed. Like, you'd assume that something could be done there, even with a non-prankster Volbeat, to get one of those in safely. I mean, now he's made the waiver for Ninjask, so we're hopefully going to see more from him, but it's just...
Yeah, I'm going to start helping him prep a bit and show him what his team is capable of.
Yeah, but it's just surprising that
He's got himself
pulling wins.
Yeah, he's got himself a good team. He just needs to kind of learn how to figure it out.
All right, and now it's time for number 15.
Alex with the Iona Infernape.
Two of his losses so far were both to the Orlando Magic card, back to back right out of the gate. Mm-hmm. And I mean that was just Noel came out of the draft with just the most fire team of all. So
that attack,
Alex was really up shit creek with that one.
Yeah.
I do feel for him a little bit because he did have to face Noel in the first 2 weeks back to back, and with Noel's team, it's just tough going 0-2. And then following that, he had to face Tickle and Swan and take losses from both of them.
Right.
So he's had a tough start
in the division off the bat. He's shown resilience. He has a good attitude about it, and he's tried every week.
This is rough for him. I'm sorry, guys, but Swan just missed the HJK, and whew, hits me hard every time. Anyway.
Yeah. See, his team was interesting, but the problem was he listened to Python.
Yeah, with that Blissey and all that.
Python is a noob trap.
Python is the noob trap. Never listen to Python.
Heard it here first, folks. Python is a trap.
Yeah, he's like such a 50-50. Like everybody goes through a stage of listening to Python because like sometimes you get like the Psychic Seed, whatever, Chandelure, and sometimes you get the Chansey. But you eventually.
And sometimes you get the Agility, Toxic Thread, Baton Pass, Ariados. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Which was supposed to go to Shockwave Chandelure.
I mean, hopefully Alex can keep playing well. I'm certain that he'll be able to pick up a win at some point.
14 for this Week 4 Power Rankings. We have our lovely friend Patrick Bruce.
Hey, that's me.
And the Rodham Washingtons. We're 1-3 currently.
Yeah.
Patrick just needs to get his shit together, man. It's just kind of been all over the place. I mean, he's not. I feel like he's not playing comfortable. Last split, he was relaxed. He came to the battles comfortable. He knew his style. He knew what he had to do to win. He's able to just play it out. This split, I feel like he's getting caught up on himself, almost choking on his own plays in a almost Han-esque way.
Mm-hmm. I've never heard anybody say what I was thinking more than you just did.
Patty just needs to go back.
Yeah, I think,
to his
honestly, with
room.
you, Patty, I think you're just using Mons that you're just quite not used to yet. If you can kind of look into it, look at some sets that are available online, just scroll through Smoke on forums because there's a ton of them. You should be able to turn it around, kind of get used to the Mega Venusaur or the Celesteela, whatever it is.
You should also just go back to your good old sack of shit stall where you trade. You have 3 threats. They have 3 threats. You trade your threats for their threats, and then you're just like, I have Sylveon and I know how to fucking use it. Friendship level, you truly trained that Sylveon with your friendship for it to evolve.
Right,
It's truly
you
true.
earned that.
Alright. Man, look at this battle. And, oh, everything died! What happened? Anyway.
And coming in at 13th on the list, the Tilt Master himself, Bobby Hahn and the Denver Darkrais.
Yeah.
Dun, dun, dun.
Bobby and his Tiltometer have had an interesting split, but more than that, just his career in Pokemon over the last 2 seasons.
Look at that stunt.
I mean,
Such a good stunt. God damn.
Bobby's he started this season after at the beginning of the first game, or by the end of the first game, he was tilted basically horizontal. Like his face was on the floor. Game 2, got his shit pushed in 6-0 by Jacob. He was straight up upside down. Like the tilt was otherworldly. The tilt was of the underworld.
He was in the
Game 3 was almost as bad. Like that's almost another 90 degrees tilt right there. Week 4, out of fucking nowhere, beats Nando, who's been undefeated up to this point. Like, did he just tilt full circle? Did it happen?
I think
Is that how tilt works?
He went the full 360.
I'm starting to believe it. Like, that might be how tilt just works now, guys.
But the question is his momentum going to carry him right back into another tilt?
It could very well.
Who is he playing
Trapped in
week
the
5?
eternal spiral.
Who's the week 5?
For week 5, he's got Swan.
Oh.
This is very difficult.
The
for
battle
him.
of the tilts.
That's
Oh my goodness.
really will be.
I do think that.
God, that's
giving
a
it
pretty
his
anticipated
all,
match.
I completely agree.
And I think Swan will give an extra 5 minutes of prep.
Yeah,
I think Swan will
bringing his
start
total
with
prep time up to 7.5 minutes.
Yes.
Awesome.
Bobby throughout each of the seasons is he'll have one season where he just actually does like middle of the pack and makes the playoffs, and then there'll be just ones where he just completely tilts 1-6 with his only win because of an air/miss due to Joe Schro. But and then he'll come back, he'll have a good season, he'll make playoffs, and then I mean the case with him.
And then he'll have the only league mid-match forfeit in history.
But here's the problem, though. He tilted last season, yet he's tilting this season. So what?
The expectation was he was supposed to kind of pick it up this season, but he hasn't done it yet. I mean, this win in week 4 does help, gives us hope, but we're still waiting.
I mean, though that win in week 4 means absolutely nothing for division or conference standing, so he's not helping himself towards playoffs at all with that win. It might mean something just for Bobby's ego.
For number 12, we have our very own Jacob Worst.
Yeah. For being the worst, he has a lot of potential.
Yeah.
He always does, and then sometimes he is the worst.
That good old replay against Bobby was truly potential. And honestly, he didn't play that bad week 1 against Louis either.
He is consistently the most erratic player in the league.
Yeah.
You always know that you never know what you can expect from Jacob Hurst.
It's very weird.
It comes down to whether he didn't really play like terribly or he didn't play well. He just played Hurstly, you know?
Yeah.
It's like, because the weird thing is that he knows what he needs to do to win, he just doesn't do.
Yeah. Like, I wonder what the commitment level is, but he's also a very active dude.
True.
I think he needs better memes after what happened between him and Python.
Yeah, his memes were.
Yeah, that Darmanitan set was just booty.
I still can't take that meme battle seriously.
I mean, yeah, you're not supposed to.
It was sunny day,
But
growth illuminated.
it's a league match.
Next up, number 11, the Kevin Durant's with Thomas.
All right. Honestly, Thomas has been playing incredibly well, even with a 1-3 record. Like his week 1 against Dan was terrible. Like I'm not gonna lie. Like he got set up by a Crest. Nothing to say there. Week 2, which is a wonderful battle that we're watching right now, is a swoop bat sweep. But week 3 against the Shanghai Sharpedos, he played a super solid match and brought it down to a 1-0, and then week 4 we will talk about later. But it was still a super solid match. He still played that out all the way. He didn't do the Bobby thing, which would have been surrendering. He fought. He fought like a man.
Yeah, the first time he faced Dan, he basically took on kind of a bulky, still offensive team that had some setup sweepers in the Crest, as well as just a hard hitter in Scizor. But Scizor is gone, and Skarmy was replaced, and it was just disgusting. And props to Thomas for taking that on for the 170 plus turns that match was.
Mm-hmm. Thomas was not having fun.
Yeah, Thomas's record does not reflect his play thus far in the season. Like, despite what it's been looking like, those battles have been quality.
Yeah, he's really been doing well. I'm not sure what he's missing though. Against me, it was just prep, because I don't think there was a way out for him in that battle. And then against Dan, I guess it's just...
Dan's a piece of shit, fuck Dan.
Yeah, he played against full stall and he didn't have enough setup sweeps. I don't know. I think the only thing would have been like a nasty plot Thunderous. Look at Swoop.
Yeah, Swoop.
Swoop,
Yeah, I the moment I saw Swoop, I knew it was over. Like, I didn't prep for it, and I had thought about it, and I just thought, well, if he brings it, it's over.
Number 10 is the wonderfully charming Dan Keese, with a 2-2 record so far in the season, and all agree that he has brought stall.
Yes, he agrees.
Oh, yes. Stall! No!
The worst part about this stall is that this thing that you're watching right here in the background, this thing lasts for another 120 turns against an opposing team that isn't stall, because this is currently a Scarf Trevenant, so it can't even stall. It doesn't have a Citrus Berry. You're facing a Scrafty and a Lopunny. Those mons aren't stall, yet it still takes you 120 turns to beat it. You wanna know why? This poor man has no fucking attacking moves. This Skarmory.
Alright, the reason I am so frustrated with Dan Stall, like, I accept Stall as a playstyle. Like, it's a thing, but he's not even doing it. This is just straight up passiveness. It's like, proper Stall uses hazard and status to pressure and weaken. Dan's plan is literally just live. I don't know how many fucking countless turns were wasted because all he wanted to do was recover and recover and recover and recover and set up a cotton guard and then recover and recover and recover. Like, what the fuck? There's just no progress.
Yeah,
and that's what makes it so infuriating to watch. Anyway, Ben.
Just listening to him like go through like his different play-by-plays, because we were all there to hear it. Mm-hmm. It's basically it literally came down to I can't kill this, so I just have to run it out of PP. And it's like, Dan, that's just no, don't do that.
Especially in a league match when you have every opportunity to prep and like come up with ways to beat things.
Has to rely on PP stall, the worst type of stall. It's not a good stall team.
And this is coming from the stall master himself, Ben Schluter.
Number 9, we have the Orlando Magic Carps and the coach, Noel.
He's got a intensely attack offensive team.
Yeah, it's really hard to say how, like, it's really hard to rank Noah. We ranked him above Dan because fuck Stahl and fuck Dan. But the problem is that his only 2 wins have been against Alex, which was almost pure team matchup. Like, there was almost no way to come out of that alive. And then he did play a super close match against Swan, but in the end, there was really no chance of him winning in that endgame scenario. So it's really hard to place him. And then he just threw against Tickle. So, which is,
Only one Pokemon on his team has an attack stat below 100.
yep,
Right? That statistic is correct.
yep, that's the correct statistic.
That is absurd.
Yeah.
To rush a lot of his matches, which kind of suffered in his total prep. You could look at it however you want, but he did have to rush a lot of these matches, and hence why he's got 5 matches in instead of 4, like many of us. So
Mm-hmm.
He was going to have 6, but then Swan's off playing his brand new MMORPG game of Black Desert Online. We are not sponsored. Please sponsor us. We could literally use any money possible. Dude, please, I beg you. But, yes, so that's the reason why he didn't do all of his battles. But I feel like Noel just has to continue playing hyper-aggressive with Webs and his disgusting team. Like, that also he has like a pretty solid U-turn core. Like, there's a lot of things that his team can do. He just needs to do them.
Mm-hmm.
Especially,
Yeah, this team is among the best in the league. We just need to see Noel break out and use it.
it's really, he just needs to continuously apply pressure with that team, which he didn't really manage to do against Tickle or Swan.
No, once you get him on the back foot, Noel as a coach doesn't really know how to respond to it.
Yeah.
When you're playing his game with that team, you know, as the match against Alex proved, he's just gonna crush you. But if you can throw him off his game, you know, Noel isn't as seasoned a battler as some of us, so it's easy to catch him and run from there.
we are talking about Noel v Swan that will be happening in week 6, but I'm actually excited for week 7 when he's going to be facing Dan. I will be very excited to watch that because odds are.
Yeah. Wait, that's pure
That's
setup
gonna be a fun
against
match.
Stall. God bless.
I love it.
God bless.
It'll be fun.
At number 8,
Yeah,
we have
it's-
Paisan Sigan of the Portland Trailblazers. The meme team, dream team. Hopefully he streams so he can be the meme stream dream team.
And give us all meme dreams.
Yeah.
Anyway. But yeah. He's been playing well with the shit team that he has. That's what I'll say.
Yeah, you cannot take that away from him. His 2 wins have not been the best wins, but his 2 losses were really fucking close. And they were against people who are, you know, they were against me, who's 4-0, and Sam, who's 3-1. So.
Zach, who's 4-0. Tickle.
Oh, he played Zach?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. So that's why.
Oh, so he only lost to the 4-0 teams, and he picked up his wins against mediocrity.
Yeah.
So.
Well, you could say that Swan has only lost against the 4-0 team.
That's also true.
Yeah.
That's why he's high on the list.
Yeah, true. Yeah, he does meme better than other memers. That's what we can say.
Well, he has been changing his team a lot. As you can see,
He's already made 4 waivers by week 4, right?
3.
waivers.
Three waivers, right.
Dropped Electros to pick up Cough. Crustle dropped for a Lunas. Toxicoke was dropped for Nidoqueen, and Kecleon was recently dropped for Togetic. There we go.
There
He's
you
already
go.
4 waivers in, and he's only got 1 more. So
True.
it might be for the playoffs, but
Interesting. Yeah, but this melodic set is absolutely insane. I actually really liked it.
Yeah, no, that shit was heat, and it worked. Like, I mean, it worked. So.
it's rare to find a situation where that would actually work. But
As well as it did, yeah, that was. That was some impressive bullshit.
Number 7 with the Houston Team Rockets, Louis.
Sheeran!
He's
Rounding out the top of the 2-2 teams.
Mhm.
Louis has done it better than the rest.
True. He's coming off the heels of championship.
God, watching. Okay, wait. I'm sorry, but watching the first 3 turns of this fucking battle is giving me cancer, Schlude. What the fuck, man?
Or what about the first 3 turns of the shitty Aquaman battle? That was straight fire play by Louis.
Yeah, that one was Louis. No, but yeah, Louis is a meme, an enigma of sorts.
He had an impressive week 1, basically taking on full form Ash Greninja without having to get a kill. And he took it and he won with a 1-0, beating it with its pre-evolution Frogadier. So that was pretty cool. I forgot who he lost to Zach in week 2, and then he eventually lost to Quinn in week 4. But we can definitely reference that 6-0 that happened in week 3 as his biggest successes.
Yeah. He if I don't know how the commitment's working out, just because like I feel like if he's in the same boat with me, like when you're outside of school surrounded by people, it's like it's harder to like get committed to prepping and stuff. So we'll see if he keeps the same energy he had last season.
Coming in number 6, our man himself, Ben with the mustache and the Chicago Cub shoes.
Yeah, he's been scraping by.
Yeah. It's like the.
That is
It
accurate.
is actually.
Yeah, number
Wait, no,
6.
you know what he is?
Yeah, when I'm 3-1.
Wait, Ben, you are the reverse
Ben-
Thomas currently. Thomas 6-0'd, you got 6-0'd. But all of these close games, Thomas has had some close games. The one that we're currently watching, you should have lost. The one against Bobby, prep-wise, you should have lost, yet play-wise, Bobby is tilt incarnate.
Well, no, prep-wise, Bobby lost, but play-wise, we
Bobby
both lost.
really lost.
And then week 4,
Ben's games have been scrappier than Mega Lopunny.
Scrappy. That basically sums up my season.
Wait, who did you play week 4 again?
In a 5-0
He was me.
in week 4.
Oh, yeah.
So
Oh, right,
Patrick.
Patrick.
I just also like I joined the Tilt Fest with Bobby.
Yeah.
Yeah, week 4 was probably my best match so far.
Yeah, maybe Slood can take
Yeah, I would say it was. Week 4 was the only. Week 4 felt a little like. Scrappy isn't the word for it. Maybe like. On the fly, like improvisational, but like. It didn't feel as well put together as 5-0s normally look.
Interesting.
All I'm going to say is I got to pull out that +6 glitch score at the end and at least pick up 2 kills. So
That was
I had
fun.
fun with it.
That was pretty fun.
So hard.
In 5th place, we see ourselves a wild Juan Pandemon in his wild habitat. As you can see here, he's starting to relax a bit with the 3-0 record. And as you can see here, he's trying to find himself a win. He's taking his time though. And he's really just taking his time, taking a nap during these matches. And as week 4 approaches, he gets to find a match against a wild Darkrai. And as you can see here, the weight of the pressure and the weight of this match is just too much as he collapses. And it's a 3-1 record. I can't believe it, folks, but it's just a beauty of nature to see somebody so relaxed fall like a pillow through the sky.
Number 4, the sexy, the beautiful, the mom, Montreal Mudkips.
Alright, so Quinn has a solid 3-1 record. He should be 4-0, but he's really bad at dealing with stall.
Yeah.
We'll just reference week 2.
Yeah.
See week 2 for more information.
Yeah.
There was a resurgence of the Quincussion that had mostly faded until now.
Yeah.
I think it was good on Swan. He played the Roselia kind of well. Quinn
In my
just didn't
opinion,
know what he was doing.
In my opinion, the concussion hit week 2 in the team building phase. He did not have anything to deal with. It was the Zapdos, right?
Yeah, Zapdos.
With
Those, yeah.
I mean,
Mega Sceptile.
it didn't have the coverage to break or deal with what it needed to, and it just it ended up in the wet noodle contest that we saw.
Yeah, but he has made some serious wins, and he's been playing top tier, I'd say.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Other than week 2, Quinn's game has been on point, and he's been a top contender this season, no doubt.
Basically, for week 1 and 3, he just kind of took Mike and just bent him over and was like, I'm sorry. Week 3, Mike tried to crit back, but nope. Quinn found the clit, and he held on to it tightly. And Mike went down. All right,
that's all there was to it.
Okay, we cut that down.
That's
like to note. I would like to note that Quinn will be picking up Combuskin and dropping right on with this latest week. So he's got a speed booster now, which will be interesting.
And in the 3rd position on the list, we have the salty Sam Swanson himself, coach of the Minnesota Vikings. Nabbing up a 3-1 record at the end of week 4. And he's done it with the same fucking team every week, is my only critique.
Yeah.
He did have the Roselia in week 2. I will note that. But the team's basically been the same.
He's brought the same. I mean, he's brought in Coco. He's brought in Electric Seed Halucha every week.
He's brought in Mamoswine and Lando. That's all.
Yeah, I mean, prepping for him is kind of the same thing over and over again.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and it's all power. Like, there isn't a single mon we didn't just name off there that can't fuck a team silly. But when you're doing the same thing every week, it gets a little predictable. But, I mean, he's 3-1, so we can't bitch about it yet.
Yeah, he's only lost week 1 against Tickle, so.
Yep.
The dank full incense, but.
Yeah, that full incense.
Yeah. Hit the Coco with that prankster trick full incense.
Yeah.
Strat courtesy of Cooper Koshiro, legendary coach of the Utah Jasmine, retired 2017.
Oh, did he retire? Okay.
Or 16, I don't remember. Recently.
Okay. So for number 1 and 2, it's pretty close because both of these members are undefeated. They are quite the coaches. They've been through some rough battles, some close battles, but yet they are still undefeated. So for week 4 power rankings, we shall put Zachary Schroeder above Brendan Tickle. So at number 2, we have the LA Lake Spirits. And for number 1, we have Zach Schroeder and the Toronto Bay Leafs.
Here are some of the top plays from each of these 2 top-tier coaches.
Struggle and pain of this life remains. No end in sight. The strength within our souls sustains this determination and feeds this fight. Who lives in a pineapple under the sea? Absorbent and yellow and porous is he. If nautical nonsense be something you wish, then drop on the deck and flop like a fish. Ready? SpongeBob